Hello people, this is Bustles. I figured out what the wobbly thing is. It's because of the field of view settings, which I actually don't really mind. I just minded that I didn't know how it worked. Okay, I want to build some nexuses. Maybe all three next to each other, somewhere in that mountain or something. But to do that, I'll need to go to the Nether to gather at least some Nether brick, I think, or just the red stuff, that's everywhere around there. So I'll well just use this, I guess, and drop everything off, and then go down to the Nether and see if I find some interesting mobs, because there might be some special ones. Yeah, your string. Yeah, well, the cave spider farm is working as expected, just for some string, so that's fine. So I'll go in the Nether, and if I find some interesting mobs, or if I die horrible deaths, I'll be back. So later. Alrighty, so I'm in the Nether now, and this looks terribly open, which would be interesting for farming the flying ones. And apparently things are not loading in yet. So on this side, this is interesting. This is an underground city filled with mobs, of course, and well, some kind of special mobs like necromancers or something. But I spawned right on the edge here. This is probably gonna do some saving up the things, but I also wanted to just take a little bit of look around. Oh, I hear Ghost. At least I got some glowstone and some quartz. Oh, before I forget, let's see where the portal actually is. Ew. Alien guy. Where are you? Zombies in the Nether? Wow, nice. I guess I'll just take a little bit of tour back. And I blocked it off for the possible stragglers coming through from the other side. So now I've got on video at least where my portal is on the other side, so I can find my way back if I get lost there. And I guess I'll just farm a little bit and come back to start building the Nexus. So I'll be back later. Bye. Hello, I'm back. And as you can see, it's quite interesting or nice or useful at least to block off the portal, because otherwise you'll have a horde of zombie pigmen roaming around your base, which will then accidentally hit, and then you get camped in your own base. So best to avoid such things. Okay, I want to make the light nexus, and these are quartz, and these are just I will use gold blocks, and that will be fine. And I'll need the white chalk, and white chalk is the arcane ash with clay, bone meal, flint, and paper. And arcane ash is from burning an arcane compound. And arcane compound is this stuff. So I've built some, and I've also already burned them or cooked them, how do you want to call it. So I've got, I think, all the gear. This will be for actually building it. Well, I only need 8, but I went to the Nether, and as you can see, I got 30 levels from farming just a nether quartz, so I'll enchant the diamond chest as well. But first we'll have to make the white chalk. And if I remember correctly, it's like this with... okay, I guess I didn't remember. Oh yeah, it's with bone meal, but... Okay, let's try this again, shall we? And there we have white chalk. So to build it, I could use this area or something, so we can have a, I don't know, probably with lots of particle thing. But I thought let's try and build it around here. So I dug a little out. Dug out a little, sorry. And this is 5 by 5, so I don't know if this will work because it will be actually completely in the corners. But that might look nice, so let's try that out. Oh, miss. And this should work like this. Just make 2 high with the gold on top quartz blocks in the corners. I haven't tried this out, so I don't know if this works, but let's see. Woo. Seems to work. And now this is gathering essence or some sort. Well, it increases the purity of air of the area. And it generates power. And I don't really know what to do with the power, but I can apparently use this to power a machine, so perhaps I'll make the well, something that needs power. And well, I'll come back when I've actually done so. But first of all, let's go enchant the diamond chest, so we can hopefully get some protection, because there actually indeed are some sort of nasty mobs in the nether, which well, also got me an ender essence, which is also used for spells probably. So let's make a fresh chest, diamond chest. Oh yeah, and I also move my bedroom a little bit, so my head will be towards the east. That's the sunrise. So when the sun rises, so can I. And well, I put my chest a bit away so I can still go behind it if I want to, but I don't know if I want to. And it's a bit, well, more equal or something. No, symmetrical thing, but then not symmetrical. Oh well, who cares? Let's enchant. Fire protection 4 would also be very nice, because definitely if I want to go into that city I found below, then well, it's gonna take a lot of. Oh, you can enchant stone. Is that nice? Okay, protection. Gift. Oh, magic resistance. That's new. I didn't know I could get that. Well, I guess that's useful if I go up against necromancers or some such, because those probably still exist. And so I've got the light nexus going on back there. Don't really know what it does, but it is working, so that's nice. Perhaps I'll just also make the essence nexus and the dark nexus. It just takes blue chalk, which is kind of the same, and this you can build, I think. Yeah. So let's see what takes blue chalk. Oh, yeah. Well, it shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I guess I'll just make the essence nexus right next to it, and I'll make a little room for it first, and I'll be back then. Later. And I'm back, so I thought, well, this is the light nexus, so we'll just build the gray nexus right next to it. And well, I've also made the room quite identical. For those who really get annoyed by this field of view, it, well, takes some getting used to, but I'll put it back for a little bit, just check it out, see if this is really interesting. You know, this is really much closer, so you can't really see in the corner of your eyes for dangerous mobs, which, well, isn't terrible here. Oh no, gotta be kidding me. Oh, it didn't break. Oh, I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. And this is the blue choke. Yeah, well, that works. And now I'm tempted to also build the dark nexus even further that way. But I guess I'll just first go into the nether and check out that underground city. So there's probably some nether wart there, so I don't have to go look for I don't know, the nether brick structures. And I'll come back to this. Oh, that's Greek apparently. Lamineseana. I don't think there's a real word. Que sea monker sve? No. They just made something up. Well, it's a hexagram and it's a universal one, I guess. Wow, this is nice. This has the same... Yeah, it's just a different color. But still, seems to be working. I don't know what it does, but that's fine, you know. Find out. If at one point there will be spawning all sorts of nasties, then we'll just know about that later. And there's apparently a new moon thingy besides my cursor. That could be because of this stuff. Or it could be for something else. Let's see. Maybe I regen health over mana much faster this way. So mana all gone. No, doesn't seem to. No, it's probably for something else, but that's fine. I'll figure out what to do with that later. But I'm annoyed by having brewing stands with no nether wart. So I did farm some soul sand in the nether, and I can make a farm if I just get some nether wart. So I'll go back down, and I'm not wearing that diamond I got, so if I die it won't be a big problem. But having a spell book with frost in the nether is very useful. And I should be, you know, here's a 16 right here. I should be leveling up more, and you can do that by having, well, using more spells and different kinds of spells, and well, killing stuff still gets you some XP, but not a lot. So I'll be doing that for a little bit, and if I get into some situation in the city, I'll record that. Later.